All right, so in today's video, we're gonna be taking a look at this. This is the Epomaker Sea-Doo V65 keyboard. It's a mechanical keyboard that I've been using for about a week now, and it's not a keyboard that was on my radar. It's from a company that I actually hadn't heard of before, but they reached out and wanted to send me a couple keyboards to review. This is the first one. I have a less expensive keyboard from them as well that I'm gonna review in the near future, so subscribe to make sure you see that if you like this one. But yeah, I'm just gonna give you an overview of this keyboard to show you what I like about it, what I don't like about it. Again, full disclosure, it was sent to me to review, but it's not a sponsored video. I can say whatever I want in this video. You're seeing the video at the same time the manufacturer is. But yeah, let's jump into the overview so I can give you an idea for what this keyboard's all about and whether it might be a good buy for you. Okay, so here is the keyboard, and I think it's really great. I think it looks really nice. I like the retro aesthetic. But the thing that stands out first to me is the build quality. It's made of aluminum, it's made of metal, and you really appreciate it. It's not adjustable. There's no like adjustable feet on here or anything, but it's really solid. I can't bend this even a millimeter if I wanted to. Really solid keyboard and just feels good on the desk, looks good on the desk, and I think it contributes to the sound and feel while you're typing. So really happy with the build quality of the board, kind of, and like the housing itself. Again, this is a 65% class keyboard, which means there's 65 keys plus a knob on this one. So turn left to turn the volume down, right to turn it up, click to mute, click to unmute. All that works great on macOS, on Windows, on iOS, all works wonderfully. And yeah, I think the layout is not necessarily for me. I'll pull in my daily keyboard. This is the Keychron Q1, which is a 75% keyboard, and the big difference here is the function row at the top. So the big thing, outside of just having like media keys and like access to like Expose on my Mac, the big one is the tilde key, which I use all the time for entering like code snippets as I work. And the escape key is up here. There's the tilde, then the tab, but without a function row, you need to have the tab key, and then there's the escape key right above it, so if the tilde key is gone. You can kind of bring it back with holding function and that, but it's not the same, it's not as easy to use, so I prefer the 75% layout, but people have different needs. In addition to that, I think the keycaps are really good. You don't have any choice on what keycaps you get. You just get this look. And then, of course, it's a mechanical keyboard, so you can change that if you'd like. But it does come with a key puller and a switch puller. I'm not really sure the name for both of these, but yeah, you can take the keys off, revealing the switches underneath. These are advertised as Quark matte switches. They're linear switches. They're similar to Cherry Reds, it seems, but I think they sound really good. I'll do an audio test right here to give you an idea for how they sound. So yeah, I think it sounds really good to type on. If that's not exactly to your style, you can go ahead and swap out the keycaps. There's a key puller on here because this is a hot swappable board, so you can just pull these off without any soldering or anything, pop on new ones, and things will just work. If I did have one criticism, it would be related to the RGB. The RGB is going to pass through the key switches. It's south facing, so kind of on the bottom half, the RGB is going to pass through, so you're going to see it between the keys, but the keycaps themselves are completely opaque. So if you're typing in the dark, you'll see an outline of a keyboard, but you won't actually see what the keys are. So that's, again, a thing that's going to be an issue for some people, not others, but just a thing to know. I will also say that this keyboard is compatible with VIA, so it's fully programmable. So if you want to change the key mappings or do anything with macros, you can do that through VIA. You can download the config file from Epomaker. And if you want to switch between macOS and Windows layouts on this keyboard, you hold down the function key and then hold down Z for 3 seconds to switch it to Windows mode. Or if you want to go to Mac mode, do the same thing, but hold down X. It'll switch over there, and then boom, that works. And then the keycaps have both Windows and macOS wording on them. It would be kind of nice if they shipped with specific Windows ones and specific Mac ones, and you could swap in the ones you wanted, but you can't have everything. So that's how that works. If you want to connect it, there are two connectors or two things related to connection on the back here. We have a USB-C port for charging and for just using it in wired mode. And there's a switch here that's completely unlabeled, should be labeled, but it's unlabeled. And this is to toggle between wired mode and wireless. And so if I switch it over to the right, you're going to see a green light come on here in a second. There it is. And that means it's looking for the device that it's paired to. This is currently paired to a computer that's off, so it's not going to find it. But if you ever paired or set up a keyboard with multiple computers before you know how this works, you can pair it with up to 3 devices. To put into pairing mode, you hit FN and then hold down Q, W, or E for a couple seconds, and it'll start flashing kind of like it is now to be in pairing mode. And then you can pair it to up to 3 devices, so like your Mac, your Windows computer, your iPad, something like that. And if you ever want to switch, you just hold it down, hit it quickly, hold it down, hit it quickly, and it'll just switch to those devices. Works really nicely. Yeah, that's kind of it for the keyboard. So that's it for the review. Thank you so much for watching. I will put a link in the description to the product page on Epomaker's website so you can check it out, buy it if you want. Honestly, I don't really care. I do think it's a good product. So if you're in the market for a 65% keyboard, you want a hot swappable board, you want good keycaps, you want good switches built in, you want like good like sound dampening, high build quality, I think it's a really good keyboard, but again, this is a review, not a sponsorship, so no affiliate links, no sponsorship paid. I don't care if 0 of you buy it or if 100 of you buy it. It doesn't make any difference at all to me. I just wanted to share my thoughts on this product, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you here next time. Bye-bye.